Yo, welcome back, baby, to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is June 4th, 2024, baby. Ooh, 1 month until number 35. 35. I can't do letters. It might be even in a different way because this is a mirror. Because I'm an idiot. No, I'm joking. But yeah, man, we are 1 month away from turning from the old 35 and Independence Day and all the rest of that cool stuff. So if you want to say happy birthday to your boy, July 4th, if you want to send some presents, mostly in cash, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. You know, or subscribe. If you tell your other friends to subscribe to the pod, that'd be great. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna ask for too much more after that. But it is very much appreciated if you do that. All right, but on today's docket, sorry, I had to change something real quick. Something weird just happened. Okay, on today's docket, what are we doing today? Well, what the podcast is pretty much going to be about is me recapping Comicpalooza, the Comicpalooza live and all the rest of that cool stuff, and some of the cool things that I got to see at Comicpalooza. Also, I was on vacation last week. This is why I really haven't done shit. I probably should have did like 4 or 5 podcasts, but nope, that's not how it works. No, I needed the vacation badly, but we're gonna talk about it. And then also, this is also during the train and all the rest of the cool stuff. Like I had a nice train ride and plane experience. Yeah. And then we're gonna be reviewing an anime that came out on Netflix, which is I think, what's it called? Garouden, the Way of the Lone Wolf. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that, and then also we're gonna talk about tires, because I don't know why it's not being talked about enough. But I also saw something stupid that somebody wrote, so we're gonna do that. So so buckle up for another edition of the Cruising Podcast. Hey, let's go. All right. Where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere else you can find podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates to the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. We here, yes. Sorry. Oh man, if you guys got to listen to the first 30 seconds of the pod, you guys probably have been entertained by the new intro music. I'm going to try to get a video or something put together for it. That's the next step of the intro type deal. And also try to figure out how the fuck I'm going to put all that stuff. Oh my gosh, Andrew, golly, how we're going to do the pod. That's literally the next one. Hey, also shout out to Gilla and also to Nicole Quinn, aka Songbird ATEX. If you guys haven't, go check out their music. Go, because Gilla is one of the best producers out there that I know, because that I know him personally. So what I'm saying, you know what I mean. And also, I'm not gonna lie to you, Nicole Quinn has an amazing voice. You guys need to go check out some of the music. Just put it out there. You know what I mean? I just, it's all love around here, guys. I appreciate them for taking the time out with the hard work. I know it's like they probably are very busy and things like that, and to take time out of their schedule to help out your boy, that's awesome, man. So I'm definitely going to be promoting a lot more of their stuff. Don't get it twisted. There's going to be a lot more into it. Yeah, there's a lot more. But me and Gil have known each other for a very long time. So hopefully he gets on the show soon. Try and get him on here, man. He's shy, man. He's a shy guy. Now I'm playing. I don't know what's going on. But I mean, is what it is. I mean, if he wants to get on, it is. Hey, man, like I tell, open door policy for him for sure, especially with the intro music. I definitely want to talk to him more about that. So, So what we're gonna do now is recap the Comicpalooza. Let me tell y'all something, man. I love the convention so much. I do have to say, Friday is the best day to go if you want to get your shopping done and you want to see some cool live events, because it's not a lot of people. It's not a lot of foot traffic on Friday. I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of a secret. It is kind of like a cheat code, because Saturday is the day that you probably just want to go watch panels, and like go to the celebrity signings, because it's going to take a long time to get the signatures and photographs, especially when you had John Cena, and Robert Englund's line was ridiculous. Seeing Michael J. Fox and Doc Brown, like y'all, like Christopher Lloyd. I'm sorry, Christopher Lloyd. AK, hell no, Christopher Lloyd. I'm sick of this. Also, he was a great Uncle Fester. One of the best. Actually, he's the best live action Uncle Fester ever. I really don't. That's it for that. But to recap it, man, I did a lot of shopping. My pockets are definitely way thinner than they were going into it. It's always nice to be paid the day of the event, because boom, I can get posters, which I will be posting up on Instagram. Don't worry, there will be posters. And so I got these cool ass Ninja Turtle ones. And the dude told me, okay, so it was cool because he came up. So I came up to him first, and I was like, I'll be back, because I was like, I like the Ninja Turtle ones, but I'm gonna wait on it. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna walk around. I got this T-shirt from Lobo Arts. This is a White Ranger. I'm gonna talk about why I got this and why I didn't wear it for what I got it for, but that's okay. But the event was amazing. But I did go back to this dealer, to his art dealer, and he had this cool Ninja Turtles. Like one of them was like, it looks like all of them are in black and white, but the only thing the only way you can tell the difference of them was the bandanas, or the eye bandanas, or whatever the fuck you call them, and those are the only things that are colored. And then the next one, the other one that I got, is once again another black and white, but they're dressed up as Jedi, and their weapons, each of their weapons, are lightsabers. That's the only things that's colored on the whole thing, is the lightsabers. He was like, yo, you can get 2 for $40. He said these are 2 for $40. And I was like, I'm in there. No, two for $50 or 2 for $40. One of the two. It doesn't matter. I bought them. Okay. I just went and got them. I don't care. So it was amazing, man. I'm also met some, of course, I'm always go to the black art deal. I will go to the black dealers or comic book people for sure. I got me an album of like an album cover of Sub-Zero with the Fallout. The Fallout. If I'm not the Fallout. Yeah, the Fallout. No, the off season, right? Fuck, man, it's not the off season. Hold on. Damn. Now I'm gonna fuck up. It's J. Cole. Don't get it twisted. You guys don't know. If you know by now, man, Andrew Cruz. Hold on. No, I bought this. The off season. Damn, that's what it is. It's the off season. What the hell's wrong with me? J. Cole off season. You know what? I said this in front of the guy too. I look like I wasn't a J. Cole fan. I am #1 J. Cole fan. Don't get it twisted. The off season with Sub-Zero. It's the sickest thing ever. It's cool because Cole does say cold world, cold world. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, it made sense. It makes sense. The dude's amazing. He's amazing. I'm gonna try to get him on the show also, man. I'm probably DM him or something. Be like, hey man, you want to come on the show, talk about your art? And hopefully he says yes. But if he doesn't, because that just weirded me out saying it the way I just said it right here, I completely understand. But also, I met a couple comic book artists, which was awesome, which is always awesome. I visited one of the t-shirt places that I normally get cool stuff from. I got one where Deadpool is sitting on a throne, which I will be taking a picture of with me in it here soon. And also I'm waiting on one more. It's a Joker one that looked pretty sweet. It's actually Heath Ledger's Joker. The other, I got the same one where it's like Heath Ledger. I mean, it's Joker for President. Very excited to see this. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but like overall, loved Comicpalooza. It was amazing. But I would like to talk about the live event. I mean, the live podcast we did Friday. At 7:00. I would like to say this. It was a good. I wouldn't say it was good time, because everything was happening at the same time, which is cool. I don't care. Everything was happening at the same time. Like I had my podcast. There was another podcast with Ming Chen, and then you also had the All Pro All Star Wrestling upstairs too, which was I even went to go watch that, which is pretty cool. I never seen wrestling live. Yeah, I know. I'm a big wrestling fan. Never seen it live. Got to see that live. That was amazing. That was fun to watch. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I I like the time slot. I ain't gonna lie to you. It wasn't a lot of people. I wasn't too nervous. Yeah, I was nervous. Don't get it twisted. I was very nervous. Let's not lie. We're not gonna lie to ourselves. But of course, I was watching the podcast beforehand, and I wanted to check out the how everything's getting set up and everything like that. Um, First of all, there were no chairs for the podcasters, which is fine. That worked out to my benefit, to tell you the truth. For a person with a bad back, I'm not gonna lie to you, it worked out with my benefit. I want to tell you why in a second. But I got to I got to watch them, and their technology and everything was going perfect. I was like, oh yeah, all right, cool. So all I gotta do is put my little jack into the podcast thing into the HDMI, and it's easy money. I've done this a million times. Fuck no. Why would that work for me? Why would that work perfectly for me? No, of course not. They had to go get a separate HDMI for my computer thing to work. The reason why I needed my computer is because I posted pictures, not posted pictures, but I had pictures of like different movies and TV shows that I wanted to talk about. And the problem is that I couldn't get them. First of all, my first mistake was I didn't put it as a slideshow. So that's next. That was like next level thinking right there. I should have put them as a slideshow. I was a dumbass. It happens. But what sucked was like every time I tried to go talk about a TV show, I had to pretty much walk over to my computer and click it. And it would have been cool to have my computer just right there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, cool. But I felt like I was rushing that part a little bit, which is that I don't, is what it is. I know that I'm going to have technical difficulties here and there. That's just the way the podcast is going to work. And, I thought I should have started my stand-up career right there, because I was standing up the whole time. And I think that me standing up actually worked to my benefit, because when I started feeling a little nerves, and I was about to switch to another thing, I got to walk over, calm down, stand back, and lean on the table a little bit. I'm glad the table did not break, because I was leaning the hell on that table. But overall, I enjoyed it. I actually think this was way better than last year. Completely better. It wasn't as many people sitting in the crowd, which is fine. I don't, it is what it is. Once again, there was a lot of things going on at the time that I was doing the podcast. Now, what was great about last year, what I would say, is that the medieval times fights didn't happen until like maybe 10 minutes left in my pod. But I think people were gravitating towards the area of the podcast. That's why there was a lot more people, I think, last year. Also, I started earlier. I think I did it. It was at 5 o'clock last year. This time it was at 7. Most people were about to start going to the rave, going to doing the games and things like that. It's cool. It's fine. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was like, all right, cool. Everybody's like, damn, man, you got the 7 o'clock time. Dang, go ahead. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a lot more comfortable. And when people were walking past and things like that, it never really, my ADHD never went crazy, except for one time. This chick was picking up people for $5. It was amazing. I got to watch, and I was like, they get the 5? And yeah, all right, let's go. Made some jokes here and there, and just, it was a fun. I just had more fun this time. I'm not even gonna lie. I ride with my peoples, what I mean? And I would like to do a special thank you, first of all, to my older brother, Rob. He was a rock star, man. Actually, I didn't think he was going to nerd out as much as he did, but he did. But I'm not going to out him. I'm not going to out his nerdiness, but he's a nerd. He's an official nerd. He can act like he's not, but he is. But no, man, rock star for sure, man. He's the one that videotaped the whole entire pod, the whole entire live podcast, for sure. And he's not a professional cameraman, but he did his work. He did the job. You know what I'm saying? We also, walked around, did a little bit of shopping too at the Comicpalooza. So, man, once again, shout out to my brother Rob, man. He killed it. Like last year, it was my sister and my mom and stepdad. Like they all did an amazing job being part of the audience, and and helping out and really just, helping with the networking part of the pod. And Rob actually helped me out with that too, man. So my family is my rock. That's all I give it. Like that. If there's no other support that I have, they are the best support. So they're the only support system I will really need. You know what I'm saying? So it's nice to have a village like that. So that's just how we are, man. But like I said, man, he killed it. Also, who else is part of my village forever? Like he's Michael Carroll from Comicpalooza. That's my guy, man. I wish I could have made it to his podcast, but y'all about to find out in a second why I couldn't make it. And it was just he did an amazing job being part of the crowd, man. I heard him laughing a few times in the videos and things. So it was cool, man. It's cool having these type of people around that like support you and you support them, and they've been part of your stuff and you're part of theirs. It's amazing, man. I definitely am appreciative of all the help, man. So if you guys haven't, please go check out Comicpalooza. I was leaning on Michael last year about the live podcast. Like, y'all, that was like background stuff. I had to lean on him a little bit because I'm like, I don't know what to do. He's like, it's okay. We got this. So I like I said, I'm appreciative of everybody that was a part of some of the people that was in the crowd. I wish I gave y'all my business cards, which I printed. I had them all printed out, and I gave out a few business cards. So I did a little bit better networking this year, a little bit better. But we're going to get better at networking. I suck at it. I know. I don't think I hate promoting myself. I suck at promoting myself. That's definitely what it is. I suck all the balls at promoting myself. But I would like to say I would like to thank Comicpalooza for definitely having an amazing event, having me a part of the podcast program. I know I've been kind of like lax on a few things, so I'm trying to be better about it. But like it's 24/7 Comicpalooza for you, boy. Like it's like we're part of the pod family. It's going to be 24/7. We're not going to joke around. We're not going to play around. Anything that they got promoting out, we're going to be a part of it. And like I said, I've been sharing stories, all the rest of that cool stuff. I understand. You know what I mean? I like I said, I want to thank all the podcast programs, man, for helping, for being a part, for having me be a part of a community that's awesome. So thank you so much, man. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Hopefully y'all have me next year, and I'll be that. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I worked on that at like the day after the live podcast last year. I just want to, like, if you want a little secret sauce. Yeah, I was working on that probably a year after. I mean, not a year, a day after, and then kind of like put the project to a side for a little while, and then came back to it. And then I was ready for it. I know it's crazy. It's crazy. I was ready for it. That I wanted it. I know I missed a few shows I wanted to talk about. But I think I'm going to make like an episode for that. I'm going to make my own episode on the pod for that one. But still stay tuned for that one. So overall experience of the pod, doing the live podcast at Comicpalooza was amazing. It was a great time. I had fun. I was nervous, but at the same time, I got, as we got going, I felt a lot more comfortable doing the pod. So once again, like I said, thank you all for your support. Continue to support onto the pod, man, because this is it. I mean, this is big things coming, man. Big things coming. You know what I'm saying? That I know I keep saying that, and I'm going to continue to say it. I want to keep speaking that into the ether. No, into the, what's the word? It's a word there that I'm going to speak it into existence. Woo! There we go. Started with the E. We were almost there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But once again, had an amazing time. Love seeing all the vendors and everything like that. Hopefully you guys had a great time. I think my next convention I'm going to is the Anime Fan Convention in Pasadena. I want to do that. I'm going to get there. It's in the Pasadena Convention Center or whatever. I want to be part. I want to definitely go there and do more anime conventions this year. And Anime Matsuri is going to be in George R. Brown also, which we're getting in there. Delta H, I keep forgetting about. I can't forget about Delta H this year for sure. It sucks that the Anime Fan one is happening at the same time as the superhero convention. but the superhero convention is in San Antonio, so that erases everything. Because I'm not driving all the way the fuck up there. So with that, thank you so much. That is a recap of the Comicpalooza experience, and we're going to talk about vacation. the reason why um the reason why I didn't make it to most people's podcasts is because my niece and nephew graduated from high school at the same time. I know we got a 2-for-1 special. I appreciate y'all for giving me some time. And then, of course, I got another nephew that graduates next year, and then I have another nephew graduating the year after that, and then I got a few years of reprieve. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, next 3 years. The next these 3 years, I got we got graduations to be a part of. I mean, be there for. So, hey man, I'm glad that we're having graduations. That's all I give a fuck about. You know what I mean? They crossed that line. They got their diplomas, and they're on to doing bigger and better things, man. I can't be more proud of my nieces and nephews and all of them. I can't be more proud of all of them. They're awesome. They're the greatest kids ever. I don't really care what anybody tells me. They're the greatest kids ever. So, I my family, like if you know about my podcast and you know about me, especially really all my life, but last year for sure. I I'm trying to do better at spending more time with my extended family and everything. So, um, my family will always come before career or anything else. I don't. Like I said, like if even if it's the biggest thing, like I'm going to be there for those kids and brother, sister, mother, everybody. Like I'm going to be there for them more than before anything else. So that's why I was like, look, I love them, and I will never. I'm trying to not miss shit. Okay, it sucks because they're on the other side of the country, but it's okay. We're good. I don't give a fuck. But they're on the So so for vacation wise, got to see them. You know what I'm saying? Two graduates get it done. And I can't be more proud. That's all I can say. But we had a nice party for them. Of course, it was a '90s party. No, it was an eras party. It ended up being an eras party. Everybody wore different eras. So as you guys can see, probably can't see, this is my White Ranger shirt because it's the '90s, because that's what I was told the first time. And apparently things changed on me, is what it is. But so I wore the White Ranger because Tommy turned into the White Ranger during the '90s. And when Ivan Ooze was out there selling that lean, baby, with the first Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie, baby. Yeah, just in case y'all don't know, yeah, lean was being sold way before y'all thought. When way before they was sipping on some scissor, sipping on some. Okay, sorry, my fault. But Tommy, turned into the White Ranger, and I was like, this is the '90s. I remember that vividly. I also remember having the VHS. Yes, kids, there's such thing as this thing called a VHS where you put a tape inside of a thing, and it might work, it might not. Who knows? But yeah, seriously. But so I did that, and also I had this FUBU shirt that I didn't know if it was going to fit or not, and I was actually kind of proud of myself that it fit. But thank goodness for the '90s, because I switched over to a Fat Albert jersey, just in case people don't know. It's a old school Fat Albert jersey that I had that was hanging up for the longest of times. I was like, that was '90s, late '90s, maybe early 2000s, but we can get away with it. And yeah, I felt like I did a good job with the message, but yeah, it was a great time, man. Like I said, it's always been a great time. Like, we go out and cook out and things like this. Most people get into the pool. Everybody's talking, laughing. Everybody's getting a little drunk, doing a little drinking and stuff. It's always great to see my family, man. So it's always refreshing. It's always a good thing to take my mind off of shit, and to clear your head for real and reset it for real. That's my mushrooms. That was my mushroom moments. Sorry, I don't do mushrooms, but I mean, like, if there was a mushroom moment, it's like that reset with my family, and being kind of in the mountains a little bit kind of clears my head a little bit. And my allergies then do as bad. Of course, the storms decided to follow us up there, so that kind of sucked. But you know, me, I'm with fam. You know, and I like I said, it was an amazing time. It's always going to be an amazing time. I had nothing but complete fun and seeing people I haven't seen in almost a year and things like that. So you can't ask for more. You can't. There's no way. There's nothing you can ask for more about family time. So I enjoyed myself. Hopefully everybody enjoyed themselves. Congratulations to my niece and nephew, Cam and Alexis. You are amazing. Good job. Donovan, you're up next, buddy. But yeah. What's next? Okay. All right. So that was the Oh yeah, because I had a vacation, dumbass. So the whole week I stayed there. I stayed in Maryland for a little while. And then I had to go to North Carolina for a separate thing. But I would like to say this. I haven't ridden the train in about 13 years. The only reason why I rode the train that time is because that was the cheapest option to get to Virginia. Problem is that they let me off on the wrong stop. But they passed my stop, actually. No train conductor ever came and checked the tickets or anything like that. Amtrak problems, I guess. I don't know. But this time around, we got to, you know, we had a train, and it was in business class. I didn't know there was a business class on trains. I thought it was pretty sweet. I was, you know, apparently the train ride was only supposed to be 8 hours. Guess what it turned into? Almost 11. Almost spent 11 hours on the train in the same seat. Cool. Also, person sitting next to me, coughing and hacking and sneezing and all the rest of that shit. Of course, they're getting off maybe a stop after me or something like that. I don't know. But yeah. So they were there doing that the whole entire time. The whole time. Yeah. Yeah. Disgusting ass shit. I do have to fucking say. Disgusting shit. Like, why would you go on a train and do that? But what's kind of cool is you also get to watch like people in their like motherfuckers was bringing on wine and snacks and things like that. Like you see people have full course meals course because it's like 11, 12, almost a 10 to almost 11-hour trip. So it was like shit. I mean, you kind of got to eat. So it was actually not bad. I mean, it was bad. I mean, it wasn't the greatest experience, but I'm not doing it again. Fuck that. Even though it's cheap as hell. Oh my gosh, the train is cheap. Oh, it is so cheap. Oh my gosh. I'm still surprised so many people ride the train. That is wild. I didn't know that was still like a big thing. People riding trains. I guess because it's the cheaper option than a fucking plane ticket for some reason. Hey, United, you need to do fucking better, by the way. Just put it out there. But sorry. But you know, just sitting there watching people, like, you know, I was people watching them for a little bit, and I was watching my shows. I was surprised that the phone stayed on as long as it did. Like normally, I just sit there and just, you know, try to listen to music for a second, and then go watch some movies and stuff. But I actually got a lot done. I got a lot of movie watching done, or a lot of TV and movie watching done, all at the same time. It was fucking amazing. But would I do it again? Like I said, fuck no, hell no, fuck no. I wouldn't do no, nope. We're not doing that again. Not at all. We're not. We will not be riding the train. Well, unless I have to. I might. Who knows? It might happen again. I'm lying to myself. Probably will happen again. Rode the train twice to this last week. It's fucking weird. But also, you know, I had a delay on. I mean, no, we didn't. No, did we have a delay? Yes, we did have a delay. Yes, we did. So apparently, okay. If you go on a trip with me, understand this. What's going to happen is at some leg of the trip, we are going to be delayed. Okay? It's not my fault. I don't know who did it. I don't know what I did to deserve this. At some point during the trip, we will be delayed. I'm telling this right now to my future family or anybody that wants to ride with me. We will be delayed at some point, even on United. I've never been delayed on United ever. except for like once or twice. Actually, once or twice. I have been delayed once or twice on the. Actually, yes, I have been. Actually, I think I had a fucking flight canceled on United at LaGuardia. That's what it was. I was at LaGuardia when that got canceled. Yeah. Oh no, was that Detroit? No, I was at Detroit for like 6 hours because that got delayed because the plane from Love Field didn't. Yeah. So, man, I'm gonna start telling y'all plane stories. This shit's crazy. So the problem with this one right here is that our delay happened because apparently the septic tank to the plane, the septic tank wasn't evacuated. How about that? Apparently it was smelling like shit in the back and they did not get the shit out in time. So we had to actually, the last person got onto the plane. Last person. Promise you, the last person got onto the plane. Out of nowhere, literally, once they about to sit down, you get an announcement. So we have to get everybody off. We have to deplane right now because we have to, and the laboratories, we have to clean out. We're not going to tell you what it is, but if you have to go into the laboratory, you only got piss and shit in there. That's the only thing you have. There's only two options that happens inside of the laboratory that has to get cleaned out. And so they had to get everyone off the plane and handle that. Motherfuckers, man. That's not the only delay that I had. So, yeah, that happened. That's never happened to me before, ever. Actually, the worst delay that I ever had was because the pilot didn't get the right paperwork for the gas, or didn't give the right paperwork. One of the two. It was the weirdest shit ever. I was just like, huh? Everyone missed their connections. Everyone. I think that's the time I missed my connection and I was stuck in Georgia. Yeah, actually, I think that's exactly what happened. And so, yeah, I know. I understand. You guys are like, are you serious? This is dead serious. I wish I was joking around with y'all, but this is not a joke. This is so serious. This is so real. That these things have happened. And then apparently, when I was on my first train ride, this is why it took almost 11 hours to get to my destination. First of all, I had like 20 different fucking stops. Secondly, apparently there was police activity in one of the stops. I saw a cop, but I was like, that's a little weird. That is a cop. I know that's a cop. And they were like, one of them were talking about that they had to do a wheel inspection at certain stops. And I was like, that's fucking weird. Why are y'all waiting now? Oh, whoa, it's getting too hot and stuff. You know what's crazy? After they said that, and the one stop that had all the police activity and things like that, they never did another wheel inspection. Fucking weird. Apparently, I'm guessing they had a stowaway, or maybe I heard somebody ran into the side of the train, and I hope that's not true. I really do. I'm not going to check the news or anything like that, but I really hope that, that wasn't what I heard. Because I was trying to eavesdrop on somebody, and this time it was not good eavesdropping. I sucked at it. Actually, I was more in tune to the show that I was watching, and so that happened. I don't know what happened. It just that we were delayed. We were in this one stop for almost an hour and a half. Yeah, shit happened. Yeah. It sucked. It sucks. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm not a good travel person, but we get there. That's all I can say. We get there. You know what I'm saying? We get there. That's all I can fucking say. But yeah, man. I don't know how, man. I don't know how some people just do this shit, but it's just so irritating. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, yo. I'm sorry. I know my travel stories are fucking one of one. I don't know anyone else that has as bad as luck as me with traveling. I really don't. If anybody has worse stories, and I'm telling you, that's not even the tip of the iceberg of some of the shit that's happened. Just putting it out there. That's not even the tip. So yeah, I mean, that's just traveling. Actually, I love North Carolina. It was a beautiful place. I mean, got to see family in North Carolina also. So that was, I mean, like I said, this whole week was just really family time. We had to get, I mean, that's all it was. I had to get family time, and yeah, hey, to review the train ride. If we're recapping the train ride, I would definitely tell y'all to find a very quick train that does not make a million fucking stops. That's all I can say. That's the only thing I can give. That's the only advice I can give you guys. Okay. That's literally, and also pray that someone is not hacking and coughing the whole time. You know what's crazy is that no one was, when I picked out the seat, and I mean this with all due respect. When I picked out the seat, nobody was there. And I picked this out like a day in advance, like just one day, not even a day. I think I got it that day, and nobody was sitting next to me. Just my luck. Also, oh, that's right, forgot to tell you guys. So, my coming back home experience was fun too. So there was a canceled flight that happened right by me, or there was a canceled flight that I guess most of the people were going to Houston anyway. And my plane, when I bought the tickets, and I mean I bought those once again a day in advance, just a day. It was actually pretty cheap, I ain't gonna lie to you, but a day in advance. Nobody, and I mean nobody, was sitting next to me. I had the whole lane to myself. No one was there. Yes. Thank you. Yo, everyone starts to get onto the plane. Now they say that the plane is starting to overcrowd, or there's going to be more people on the plane, or it's at capacity. That's what it was. The plane was at capacity. So now, we can't have carry-on luggage or whatever fucking blah, blah, blah. Okay. Understandable. So there was no one in my, like, I promise you, it took to the last person to fill up those seats that was next to me. Of course, I get the window seat. I don't give a fuck. Fuck me, man. Listen, if you cannot control your children, and I mean this with all due respect, if you can't control your children, do not get the whole fucking row to yourself. Now, I think they might have had a canceled trip, and the person agreed to maybe have one of the children sit on their laps during the whole trip, which is fine. But if you can't control one of your fucking kids from bumping into someone, to just sit there and just step on someone's foot, do all that, why the fuck are you traveling on a plane? Now, maybe they got the whole road to themselves at one point when they bought their tickets, which is fine. That's cool. And I'm not going to sit here and say anything. I'm not trying to be. Listen, if you can't control your fucking kids, why are you traveling? I don't understand that part. Like, I only got to sleep for 2 minutes. And now, when I get onto a plane, I knock the fuck out before we even start moving sometimes. I went to sleep and I felt a child slam into my knee. Woke me up. I was up for the rest of the time. I think I said something out loud. And I was like, yeah, I think I said something out loud. And I got a look. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. Get your kid. Control your child. Like, they're going underneath the seats. They're hitting their head on the little table thing. I'm just like, yo, what are you doing? Like, what is this? Like, you really can't control your kid? Damn. That's the only time they was actually disciplined done was almost at the end of the flight. No, you needed to nip that in the bud when we first get on that plane. Hey, these are the rules. Sit your ass down. Make sure the seatbelt is on, which you didn't do the whole fucking time. And don't bump into anybody. Okay? Because this is fucking annoying. I'm just asking. I don't understand why rules cannot be established before you walk onto a plane. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I can't say that. I can't say anything because I'm not a parent. but I have traveled with young children, and I know to tell them, hey, oh, actually, bump that. We had our own row. Don't crisis averted. Own row. Easy. Fucking easy. Goodness gracious, man. That was a shitty experience because I got those tickets with I got that ticket with the fucking the agreement that I had that row to myself. That was my agreement to myself. I guess Frontier does not have that same agreement. But continuing on. Sorry. No, I know. Sorry. Okay. Next. I want to review an anime I saw on Netflix that I watched the whole anime on. I think it's called Guardian the Lone Wolf. I would like to say this. It was not a bad anime. That fighting wasn't bad. The fighting animation was actually fucking great. Actually, I will say that. But I'm sick of it. Netflix seems like they've gotten to this point where most of their fighting and action animes are tournament arcs. All of them are tournament arcs. The what's the one? Fuck. Something. I don't. Oh my gosh! Not Blood of Zeus. I already seen that. Actually, I need to talk about that too. That's coming up soon. Keegan and Shora, Baki Hama. Most of the time, those are tournament arcs. They're mostly tournament fights. You know, there's another one where all the gods are fighting. Oh my goodness, I can't remember. Records of Ragnarok. There we go. Thank you. Whew. It's kind of like a tournament arc, kind of like a matchup thing. It just seems like they got into this mode where most fighting animes are that. Not no adventure plus the fighting and things like that. It's just there's a tournament that's happening. We're setting up for the tournament. That's all we're doing. And it seems like that's what this show wasn't really going towards until the end. And I'm sitting here watching, like, most of the fights you don't see. You only see like the fight of the main character. You only see the main character fight throughout the whole tournament, which is it's different because normally you have these episodes that are like drawn out and have people's background. Oh man, well, this guy was starving and this guy was, he's rich kid or something like that. Like things like that. Like they show like rags to riches type shit before they get to, during the fight and things like that. I think the main antagonist of this, main protagonist of this was like a bland character in himself. Like apparently he beat up a black bear, or he fought a black bear with his bare hands, and he tells people that he doesn't fight humans, but ended up fighting humans in the tournament. The animation is done very well. The storyline's fucking trash. That's all I can really say. I think that's all I can really say. It's a good tournament. I mean, if you're looking for a tournament anime, this is it. But you're going to just sit here and be like, there's 2 tournaments going on at the same time in an anime. And fuck are we doing here? Like, this show is about tournaments, not about this like different dojos and things. I don't get it. I didn't understand why this was made. It's probably a cool manga, but like just straight tournament anime. We could have did something better. We could have found a better way to do this. I really do. I think there was a better way to get this done. Yeah. That's all I can really say about it. It was an okay anime all the way around, but I really think the plot line needed to be a lot better. A lot fucking better. That's all I can say. Like, they were trying to match styles and things. It's kind of MMA type deal, like who had the better style, whose style will win stylistically, the wrestler or the striker or this, that, and that. You're like, so it's UFC 1 with killing? I don't know. I just all right. If you guys want to check it out, it's the Guardian the Lone Wolf on Netflix. Also, next, so we can end it on a good foot. Netflix, You got another hit, but it was only 6 fucking episodes. Shit. Tires on Netflix. I've watched this show 3 times now. Um, yo, Shane Gillis got a hit on his hands, Jack. Shane Gillis got a hit on his hands. That's a hit. That shows it. That show had me crying, laughing. Yes, and I mean, in the beginning, we started off laughing. That's how good this show is. I don't care. If I'm going to tell you the plot is that this dude is the owner of this tire or mechanic shop. Yeah, he's a mechanic. So mechanic shop. The owner of the mechanic shop is the son of the whole owner. He owns all mechanic shops, mostly in the Philadelphia area or in Philadelphia tri-state. I mean, probably tri-state area. Who knows? They only talked about places that's in and around Philadelphia. Valley Forge, of course, so included. So he's trying to pretty much do different plans to make sales happen, and hilarity ensues for sure. Hilarity ensues. Like Shane Gillis, man, bro. I will support anybody from Philadelphia. I'm definitely going to be supporting Shane Gillis from now on because that was fucking masterpiece. That was a masterpiece. I'm so happy that it is. I'm so happy that it's a what's the word, man? I'm just happy for it. That's all I can really say. I'm happy for the show. But I do want to say one thing. I saw some articles saying that this is this success during a pre-woke or post-woke. Listen, man, why can't we just enjoy shit? Woke or not? Like, shut the fuck up. It's the right wingers. And then they'd be like, oh, well, this is snowflakes over here. No, dumb fuck. We're all trying to enjoy entertainment. Can we just entertain? Can we just be entertained and have fun with it? Yes, he has some misogynist jokes throughout the show, but that's his character. You know what I'm saying? That's a character in the show. I don't know if that's how he really feels. I don't know, but the character in the show, that's how the character is. Get over it. Sorry. If you don't like the show because of that, or you do like the show, you know what I mean? It just shows who you are. Gives a fuck. It's a great show. Tires on Netflix. Go check it out. It's hilarious. I love it. And yeah, I watched it a lot. And lastly, I would like to just put this out there. The Vince Staples show got a second season, as it should fucking get a second season, because I also cried laughing. For it to only be 6, those 2 shows are the best comedies right now on Netflix, and for them to only get 6 episodes the first season bothers the hell out of me. It really does. I think that was like a test subject. I think they were like testing to see if they were going to be hits or not. And if they were going to get, they're probably going to get like 8 episodes next year or next season, or the next season that they have. That's probably what's going to happen, is that they're going to be like, look, we wanted to give you guys 6 because our normally our model is we're going to give you 8 episodes, but we don't know if we're going to bring you guys back or not. So they were like, look, we'll do the 6, and they killed the 6, and then they were like, now people want more, and we fucked up. We fucked up here. So we're going to give you 8, maybe 10 if you're good, if you're nice. So I'm hoping that we get a good 10 episodes of Tires next season, because it all literally as soon as it ended, it said already renewed, pretty much. Already second season coming. That's as soon as you finish the series. The first day the series came out, it was yeah, we're gonna have another season. Don't worry, it's coming. Don't worry, it will be here. They already knew they had a hit on their hands. They just didn't know how. I don't think they knew how big of a hit it was going to be. It's a fucking hit. I don't care what anybody tells. It's a fucking hit. So if you guys get a chance, definitely go check out Tires on Netflix. Cool beans. All right. This was an extra long, well, not extra long. It was a little bit longer episode than I thought it was going to be. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I got to go to work for the first time in over a week. Shit. So with that, I'd like to say where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find podcast news. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Goodness gracious, the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find the latest updates of the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter and Nicetown Finance. And with that, I'd like to say, please leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and also on Spotify if you guys get a chance. Let me know how you're doing on Spotify. You know what I'm saying? It helps out. And also, like and subscribe on YouTube, and go check out the Patreon. We're gonna have a lot more things. Hey, you would have heard the intro music to the pod before anyone else. It would have been, you get things before everybody else. It's crazy. It's crazy if you just join it for $3. It's $3. So, and also you're helping the starving artist, me. So with that, I like to say I love you guys so much. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.